Hello everyone, I'm here again. This is week 36, day 1 Sunday, 31st May 2020. Now let's start. Today our topic is add mixed number and we are still on standard 4NF3C. Learning objective is to add mixed numbers and write the fraction in the simplest form. Now let's start with our lesson vocabulary. Important vocabulary of this lesson are associative property of addition, decompose, equivalent fraction, and mixed numbers. Now see vocabulary number 1. When 3 or more numbers are added, any 2 or more can be grouped together and the sum will still be the same. This associative property will not apply on subtraction. Okay, so associative property of addition, we can use it in addition only. Now see vocabulary number 2, decompose. Decompose in math mean to expose a number or function as a combination of simpler components. Example, 2 whole 3/4 is decomposed in a sum of whole and a unit fraction like this. 3 whole 2/4 is equals to what? 1 whole plus 2 whole plus 3 wholes plus 1/4 plus 1/4 become 2/4. Okay, so we can decompose 3 whole 2/4 like that. You can see the fraction models in a sum of a whole and a unit fraction. Now, vocabulary number 3, equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions are the fractions that name the same amount. Just like this. 1/2 will divide it into 4 parts like that. It will become 2/4. So these are the equivalent fraction, mean 1/2 is equal to 2/4. Now see, vocabulary number 4, mixed numbers. A mixed number is a number that consists of a whole number, which is this, and a proper fraction, which is 1/3. So 2 is a whole number and 1/3 is a proper fraction. If you can see the fraction model, so 2 wholes like that, 1 whole, 2 whole, and 1/3 is what? Now complete the figure like this. Okay, so this is 1/3. Now let's start our work. Now go quickly and bring your volume 2. Open chapter 9, lesson 6, page number 593 to 598. We will do the questions. Okay. Now, and the lesson name is add mixed number. So go quickly and bring your book. Now, see example number 1. Madison made a fruit salad. She used 3 and 1/4 cup of strawberries and 2 and 1/4 cup of blueberries. How many cups of berries did Madison use all together? So here we are going to add. All together is a keyword for addition. Okay, now let's start. 3 1/4 plus 2 1/4. So we are going to decompose this mixed number as a sum of a whole number and a unit fraction like this. So 3 1/4 become 1 plus 1 plus 1 gives you 3 plus 1/4, and 2 1/4 become 1 plus 1 gives you 2 and 1/4 like that. Now if we are going to use the associative property, we will group the whole number together and we will group the fraction number together. It will not affect our sum. Okay, so when we combine all the whole numbers together, you get 5, and these are our fraction numbers. Now fraction number become what? Now see this, 5 whole plus 1/4 plus 1/4 gives you 2/4. Okay, now when we are going to simplify 2/4, we will see what is the GCF of 2 and 4. The GCF of 2 and 4 is 2. So we can divide this 2 and 4 by 2. So what we will get? 2 times 1 gives you 2 and 2 times 2 gives you 4, which is half. So the simplest form of 2/4 is half. So 5 and half is our answer. So Madison use what? 5 whole and a half cups of berries. If we can check this by the fraction models, what do we get? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wholes and 1/4 and 1/4 become half. How? Look at this. It will become, when we join these two parts, it will completely give you a half. So 1/4 plus 1/4 gives you half. Okay, now example number 2, you can do it by yourself. Now let's see the guided practice. Find the sum and write it in the simplest form. So we have a mixed number 2 and 3/6 plus 2 and 1/6. Now first of all, we are going to decompose the whole number in a sum of a whole. So 2 become 1 plus 1 and 3/6 is already here, plus 2 more become 1 plus 1 and 1/6. Now combine all the whole numbers together, you will get 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, and combine all the whole numbers, fraction numbers together. So 1, 2, 3, 4 wholes plus, now see, 3 plus 1 gives you 4 and 6 remains same because this is a rule. The denominator remains same. Okay, now what is the GCF of 4 and 6? The GCF of 4 and 6 is 2. So we can divide 4 and 6 by 2. So read the multiplication table of 2 to get 4 and 6. So 2 times 2 gives you 4 and 2 times 3 gives you 6. So what is the final answer, which is in the simplest form? 4 whole 2/3 is our answer. Okay dear, now let's see the next question. Independent practice. We are going to find each sum and write it in a simplest form. Okay, and we are using the fraction models to check. These models I already do for you. We will do it later. So question number 2 and question number 4, you can do it by yourself. We will do question number 3 together. Okay, now first of all, we will solve it by the method of adding. We are going to decompose these fraction into the whole, the sum of a whole and a unit fraction, like that. Or you can do like this. 5 plus 2 gives you 7, and 1/8 and 3/8 gives you what? At the numerator first. So 3 plus 1 gives you 4 over 8. We will not change the denominator, so 8 remains same in the denominator. So this is our answer, but it is not in the simplest form. So we will see what is the GCF of 4 and 8. The GCF of 4 and 8 is 4. So read the multiplication table of 4 to get 4 and 8. So 4 times 1 gives you 4 and 4 times 2 gives you 8. So the answer is what? Let me change the color. 7.5 is our answer. Okay, this is in the simplest form. Now let's check out with the fraction models. So if we will draw the fraction model of 5 1/8, so how do we draw? Look at this. 1 hole, 2 holes, 3, 4, 5 holes, and 1/8 become what? 1 part out of 8 parts. Okay, now let's see 2 3/8. How do we draw? Look, 1 hole and 2 holes, and 3/8 you can draw like this, 3 parts out of 8 parts. Now if we will add all the holes together, what we will get? See this now. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So it's mean 7 holes. And now we will add the fraction parts, mean the colored parts. So when you add 1/8 and 3/8, you will get 4/8. And if you can observe it nicely, you can see that this 4/8 become half. Okay, so it's mean that 7.5 is our answer by our fraction models. Okay, so now question number 2 and question number 4, dear, you can do it by yourself by using the fraction models as well. Okay, now let's see the next part. Yes, from question number 5 till question number 10, do it by yourself, do more and more practice. And question number 11 and 12, we will do it together. Now circle the sum that could not represent the mixed number. So could not, let's see, 2 whole and 2/5. So 2 whole mean 1 and 2 holes are there and 2/5 is here. So that is not the answer. 2 holes are there and 1/5 and 1/5 become 2/5. So that is also belong to that number. But 2 whole and 1/5 is not belong to 2 and 2/5. So this is your answer, which is not belongs to the question mixed number. Now see, 1 whole and 3/4. 1 whole and 1/4 is here. So this not belong to that mixed number. Okay, so now but question number 13 and question number 14, you can do it by yourself. Find out which one that's not belong to the mixed number. Okay, now let's see the next question. Yeah, now question number 15. Okay, Brennan ate 2 whole and 1/4 apple. Then he ate another 1 whole and 2/4 apple the next day. How many apples did Brennan eat altogether? So addition, yes, and write it in a simplest form. So what is our, now see the procedure. 2 and 1/4 plus 1 and 2/4. Add the whole numbers, you get 3, and add your fraction numbers, you get top by top, you gives you 3/4. or you can say that 3 whole and 3/4 is our answer, which is in a simplest form because GCF is 1 here for 3 and 4. Okay, dear? Now let's see the next question. Question number 16, do it by yourself. Question number 17, we will do it together. Okay, now in question number 17, Mrs. Argo has 3 whole 7/12 boxes of pens. She has 4 holes and 1/12 boxes of pencils and 2 boxes of markers. Okay, now how many boxes of pencils and markers does she have? Write it in a simplest form. So keep it in your mind. You must write it in a simplest form. So write down these numbers here. So 3 7/12 plus 4 1/12 plus 2 whole. Okay, now add your all wholes together. 3 plus 4 and 4 plus 2. So 3 plus 4, 7, 7 plus 2, 9. So 9 plus, now add the fraction parts. So add the numerators and denominator remain same. So we will write denominator 12 as it is. Now add the numerator. 7 plus 1 gives you 8. Okay, so 8/12. Now here we will find out the GCF of 8 and 12 to get our simplest form. So GCF of 8 and 12 is what? GCF of 8 and 12 is 4. Okay, so divide 8 and 12 by 4. So read the multiplication table of 4 to get 8 and 12. So 4 times 2 gives you 8 and 4 times 3 gives you 12. So our answer is 9 2/3. Okay, dear? Which is in our simplest form. Understand? Good. Now, question number 18, do it by yourself. And 19, how can a mixed number be written as a sum? So this is my sample answer. Read it and understand that. And I think that's all from today's lesson. And see your homework. You can do your homework pages. Chapter 9, lesson 6, page numbers 597 and 598 by yourself and send me the pictures on Dojo. Now see, if you are able to find the sum and write it in a simplest form, then congratulations, you are master in this lesson. But if not, no problem. Just try to watch this video again or contact me on Class Dojo. Okay, so, and once again, do the homework pages, page number 597 and 598, and send me on Dojo. Your deadline is 5th June 2020 by 11:55 p.m. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.